is on. Hey, hi everyone. This is the video companion for the Special Chronicles show podcast episode 256, something. Yeah, 256, with the family of Rocco from BornThisWay. And this is the video companion. And after a bunch of technical difficulties that we won't, you guys have no clue what we've been doing for the past hour. But now we have everything all set up. And yes, so I'm going to start record on the audio. And if you want to download the audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your podcast, go to specialchronicles.com for episode 256. You ready?
Let's do it.
Hi, my name is Amy, and this is Chris and Alexis, and we're the family of Rocco from BornThisWay. And you're listening to the Special Chronicles show podcast, giving respect and voice to the people with special needs.
This is Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
This episode 256 is brought to you by listeners like you. Please help support us at Special Chronicles with your tax-deductible donation today to help us continue our mission of giving respect and voice to people with special needs. Please go to specialchronicles.com/given. That's specialchronicles.com/given, and we thank you for your generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. This week on Special Chronicles, we are joined virtually in the studio by our new friends Amy, Chris, and Alexis, whose son and brother Rocco is the newest star on the Emmy-winning docu-series BornThisWay. It's coming up right now on the Special Chronicles show on specialchronicles.com.
I shudder thinking how the world can be so cruel. Lend my voice to those who can't. It's time we try. It's time we care. It's time we stand. It starts with a voice.
You're listening to the Special Chronicles show. I guess this is a show with podcasts with disability or disability stories from an insider's perspective, and we are giving a voice to people with needs. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome back to the Special Chronicles show. Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm your host and founder of Special Chronicles. So good to be back behind the mic, and joining us today's guest live on the Special Chronicles show is Amy, Chris, and Alexis, whose son, Amy and Chris's son, and Alexis's brother, Rocco. They are currently starring in season 3 of the Emmy-winning docu-series BornThisWay, airing on the A&E network. Welcome to Special Chronicles, Amy, Chris, and Alexis.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And after, people watching the video can see that we had quite the adventure in getting this episode going.
We did. It was a lot of technical difficulties, but we enjoyed the time, and we really got to know you much better. And so it's been a great experience for us so far. So thanks, Daniel. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And so why don't we begin for any new listeners? I first actually saw you guys. You guys didn't see me until just an hour ago, but I first saw you guys on the season 3 of BornThisWay. That I believe they have 2 more episodes left.
That is correct.
So
Yep.
So for any, I'm sure lots of our listeners probably know you guys, or at least they know Rocco. But why don't you guys both introduce yourself to our listeners and tell us a little bit about yourselves and when Rocco was diagnosed with Down syndrome.
Do you want to?
So, well, I'll start by saying, so I'm Chris. I'm Rocco's dad. Very proud to be Rocco's dad. And yeah, of course, Amy is mom, and Alexis is big sister, who the difference in age is about 15 years.
Yep.
We found out about Rocco's diagnosis actually when Rocco was born. We had no idea he was going to be born with Down syndrome. And it was a big shock and a surprise, and at the time it was really difficult, and it was tough for us. But little did we know it actually turned out to be the best thing that's ever happened to this family. So
yeah, Rocco has been just such a blessing for our entire family, and he just kind of touches the hearts of everybody that actually gets to meet him. And but yes, the surprise diagnosis was a little bit of a shock for us, and took us a while to kind of like work through our new normal.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and be in the pre-show, I got to see Rocco a little bit when we were getting everything set up. Alexis, do you want to talk about from your viewpoint when
well,
what was?
let's see. It was definitely a hard day when he was born. But looking back at it now, I can't imagine my life without my little brother Rocco. He's my best friend. He's like the light in my life, and he's just so important to me. And I'm just so blessed to have him as my little brother. So I'm so happy he's in our lives.
Awesome. And so, in preparing for our time together, of course, I've been watching BornThisWay, and I'm actually tonight, after we finish the show today, I'm gonna catch up on the latest 2 episodes. And so, but I saw that on Instagram on Rocco's, which is on Chris, the same that's on your T-shirt, and
Yes.
Alex on your T-shirt.
Rocco's Rad Life.
Yes,
His
and then
Instagram handle.
and Amy's wearing the BornThisWay shirt. But yes, but speaking of Rocco's Rad Life on your Instagram account, that can you tell us a little bit about kind of how that came about and the hashtag Rocco's Rad Life and why you guys decided to share his story?
Yeah, I just felt like it was just really important to raise awareness for Down syndrome as much as possible. And the Instagram page was actually mine to begin with, and then I just started, sharing a lot of photos of Rocco, and also getting to know the community on Instagram. And it just kind of became my mission, just to raise awareness for Down syndrome and show the world how wonderful our son is and how beautiful Down syndrome is, and how Rocco has such a rad life, and we have such an amazing life with our little boy. And I just wanted to share his journey and the joy that he brings us.
So how did you guys decide how much to share of his life on Instagram? Do you guys choose the moments?
We just I know that there are some families that actually like post like every day, and I need to get a little bit better with that. Sometimes I'll go a week or sometimes 2 weeks before I post something, but it's kind of just whatever we get to capture that we love, we just want to just share with everybody. So it's nothing planned or anything. It's just we, like any other parent, take tons of photos and videos all the time. And it's just whenever we get to it, we want to like post and share, and probably not as much as I want to, but we try and do as much as we can.
We're getting there. We're working on it.
We're getting there. We have a little newborn, so that's kind of altered a lot in our lives, and so the time.
And with the invention of the iPhones, I'm sure that's helpful. And in the recording, what we're doing now on our @Special C Podcast Instagram story, I just tagged you guys on there.
Awesome.
So, I tagged at Rocco's Rad Life. So if our listeners want to follow his journey. And now switching gears to the reason why we're having you guys on is on the show BornThisWay. I believe either. Actually, maybe it might have been Sean and his mom Sandra that was telling me this. I forgot it. It's hard to keep all the podcasts straight. But can you share with us a little bit about how you guys first found out about the show BornThisWay?
Yeah, as soon as it came out, we were very excited to watch it and kind of get a glimpse into what Rocco's future could be like. And we immediately fell in love with everybody on the show, and we would try to just attend all the events that were going on in the Down syndrome community, and we just happened to kind of be in the right place, I guess, at the right time, and I don't know.
And we got to like meet a lot of the families, and and then we just created just some really nice friendships.
So did you guys meet them when you guys were watching the show, or
as viewers?
As viewers.
As viewers.
Yeah, and,
awesome.
and
we were kind of like groupies, so we would just attend.
No, I wouldn't really call it that.
I'm joking.
I know. I'm in Labor Day weekend. I'm going out to Colorado for one of my cousins is getting married, and so I'm going to try to see if I can meet up with Megan and Chris.
Oh, perfect.
We love them.
Yeah.
And
So,
we're pretty fortunate just because the area that we live in, a lot of the cast members live in California.
Yeah.
So, and the Down syndrome community in California is really strong. There's always events going on all the time, like pretty much almost like every single weekend. So, we just, the first year of Rocco's life was a lot of adjusting, and then really not until I would say after the first year of his life is when we really went, full force into wanting to be involved in the community and going to events. And with doing that, we just got a chance to meet a lot of the people in the community, including the cast members. And it's just amazing, the support and the friendships that we've made with the community. It's been a blessing.
So that's awesome to have the community there. So is Rocco 2 years old now?
Rocco is actually 3.5 years old. Yep, he turns 4 December 20th. So it's going by really, really fast. I want to keep him small, but
yeah. And we saw a little bit, but on season 3, some of the connections that you guys are making with the cast, and that just like the cast, I think the 7 cast members, they met on the show of Bone. Well, I think some of them knew each other before, but now they've become great friends.
yeah.
And so now Rocco, as he grows up, he's gonna, I'm sure, stay friends with them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they're his role models. So without a doubt, that's 100%.
Yeah, it's like they've all like bonded, and we've actually all bonded
we've
too.
become good friends with everybody on the show, and
Kind of
their
one
families
big
as well.
family. I would have to say, like the parents have also become like mentors to Chris and I.
Yeah, and something that we'll get to it a little, we'll tease our listeners right now, but one of the scenes in now, we don't want to give that many spoilers for our listeners, but I'm sure many people have watched the show, but about that man shower that Chris, you and Rocco took part of.
Oh,
Man shower.
the man shower for Sean's friend Sean, and boy, that was a lot of fun. That was my first man shower I've ever been to. By the way.
I've never until I saw it on the show. I never heard of a man shower before.
Leave it to Sean to come up with a man shower.
And speaking of Sean, so our listeners, our viewers can see, I'm actually wearing one of his Shawnese shirts. So we're all wearing different. I think we're all actually wearing black. We're all wearing black shirts.
Yes. And we actually love all of Sean's shirts too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
we actually have a few of them.
yeah. So we'll have to put a link to that in the show notes on SpecialChronicles.com as well, to Shawnese.com, so everybody can go get one of those shirts. And speaking of your Rocco's Wildlife shirts, do you guys sell those, or? Do you?
We don't sell them, but we
A lot of people have asked about it, and I think it would be something to definitely like think about. Yeah, because they're fun.
Yeah.
Especially for the buddy walk coming up too.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to get those out there for the people that actually would like to be a part of Rocco's rad life, and I'm sure that's going to be coming up soon. So
awesome. So now we've talked about you guys being on the show BornThisWay, but how did you guys how did Rocco get cast? Because once Rocco was cast on the show, then you guys as his family also joined in. But how did Rocco get?
Well, here's an interesting fact in our town where we live. And we didn't know this at the time, but there's the early intervention program, and not only Rocco went through it his first 12 months of life, but so did Sean and so did Steven. They went through the exact same program 24 years ago.
Yeah, and 28 years ago, I went through that.
There you go.
Wow.
So you know all about it.
Yeah, I know all about it.
And that was, a true like blessing for us and our family, and that was something that really helped us with Rocco's development and even our own development during that first year. So, getting to know, all of the other families, and then all of the families on the show, going to the events, and getting really acquainted with everybody in the community, we just, I don't know, I think we're very fortunate.
To the Down Syndrome
Association of Orange County, there was an event there, and they were filming.
And then our good friend Shayna Stabler, she's a local in Laguna Beach, and she was shooting her music video, and Sean was in that video. And they were filming
Rachel,
that night, and Shayna's our friend, so she asked us to be part of the viewing party. And also Rocco and I were in her music video, and then we just got a chance also to meet everyone and the producer, and then we just slowly kind of became friends with Laura,
and it's awesome that they're adding Rocco onto the cast, and I think they released on World Down Syndrome Day, back on March 21st, a video. I believe there was a lot of young kids in that, but I'm guessing I think Megan was the one that was narrating that.
Yes,
and,
the commercial, the PSA. Yes.
Yeah, the PSA. Yeah, and so you guys were a part of that as well.
Yes, that was really, really exciting. We were really happy to be asked to be a part of that, and a lot of the kiddos that were in that or in the PSA, Rocco actually grew up with, which was really special. A lot of these kids we've known since they were babies, since Rocco was like 6 weeks old. So it's been really wonderful to see them as they grow up.
Yeah, awesome. I was going to try to pull up that video clip, but I just for the sake of time, I'm not going to pull it up. But I'll try to put it.
That came out for World Down Syndrome Day. That's why that came out, and it was.
Oh, that came out. Did it come out on TV as well, or was that? I thought on.
Yeah, it came out on A&E. Had it on probably a few of the days right around World Down Syndrome Day.
Where it was airing frequently, which was
awesome.
Which is nice.
Awesome. So, moving on here, why did you guys want to be a part of the show? Why did Chris, you want to be, and Amy and Alexis as well? Why did you guys want to?
Well, I think we're really private people, but I think
more like introverts. Private,
Yeah.
But when the opportunity came up and we were asked if we would be interested to be on the show, we definitely had to pray about it and think about it, but not too long, because we realized that how important the show is with raising awareness for Down syndrome, and if that's something that we could do, and to be part of. We just thought that's something that, you know, we should definitely think about and, you know, and give it
and we feel very, very lucky and fortunate to be part of that show, and we do feel like the cast members that are on there and the other families have really been role models to us and have really guided us along in many different ways, you know, with raising Rocco and things to look out for, and going through you know, the process with the school, and just things in general. And it's every time we kind of run into other families, we get little hints of advice here and there, and it's made a world of difference in our lives.
Awesome. And hopefully by also when viewers watch the show as well, they kind of get that same advice as well.
Yes.
Do you think if because like you guys are fortunate enough to live near the other families as well, but do you think there's other families that may have a kid who was just diagnosed with Down syndrome that might kind of gain that same type of advice that you guys?
I think so, and I think, you know, I think that's a great point you made, and I think the thing that we've realized now, 3.5 years later after Rocco was born, is we are so happy and so fortunate and so thankful that we're able to be part of this community and be in the Down syndrome community, and we now feel like it's our goal, along with the rest of the Down syndrome community and all of the advocates for Down syndrome, that we have to join the bandwagon and let people know that it's great. It's not bad, and
it's not scary.
It's not scary, and it's yes, of course, at first if you don't know, it's the unknown that's not scary, and it's actually been so wonderful to experience the last 3.5 years. Not just with Rocco, but with Rocco's friends and the close family and the other families that Rocco grew up with, that we've become such a tight bond, and you really start to develop deeper relationships with people that you would have never had, you know, known or run into, and you know, we just know that this is just part of our lives, and that we're going to continue to be part of the Down syndrome community, and we're going to support Rocco as well as other families and kiddos with Down syndrome, and we're gonna just make this part of our mission, our family mission.
Awesome, and I think the Rocco's Way of Life slogan is a perfect perfect part of that as well. So prior to when Rocco was born, did you guys know anybody who had either Down syndrome or other special needs, or even Alexis in your school? Did you guys?
No.
We didn't.
Yeah, you had one. There was Alex that graduated from.
Yes.
You weren't really.
He was
close.
graduating right as I was entering, and I was so new. I hardly knew anyone, but I know him now. He's the best.
And you know, and honestly, it's just something that I never really was part of, and you know, I'm so glad I got the opportunity now in my life to be part of the community. And I'm not sure I don't think you were too involved in the Down syndrome community, or right?
You know what? I wasn't. It just wasn't a part of our lives, and but I wish we were, though. I mean, I
wish we understood the deepness that it had, you know, the amount of heart and love that's involved in the community. I wish we did, but again, I can't say enough. It's really been the best thing that's happened to this family. Yeah,
awesome. And so I want to remind our listeners and viewers that our guests today are Amy, Chris, and Alexis, the family of Rocco, who is currently starring on season 3 of BornThisWay. And hopefully you guys the show will get picked up for another season as well.
We hope so, yes.
So what do you guys hope the viewers will learn? Well, before we get onto that, something else I wanted to, in preparing for a time, I saw on one of your Facebook pages that because that's what I do a lot of prep for for these shows, is that Rocco was involved. So I'm also an athlete in Global Missionary Special Olympics, and next year there's a big 50th anniversary in Chicago, and but something that's new is the Young Athletes program, and I think I saw that Rocco has or is participating in the Young Athletes. Can you talk to us a little bit about the Young Athletes?
Yeah, when we first was it a few years back, we went to the World Special Olympics, and that was in LA.
Yeah,
and,
I was there too.
Oh my gosh, that was just life changing for us.
Yeah.
We couldn't realize like how much love and support that everyone was giving everybody. And it was almost like we said to each other, it was like the happiest place on earth during that entire time. And we just, what we felt and what we witnessed was just incredible. And that was when I just wanted to, find out, if there's anything available for younger kids.
Look at you.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah,
you
did you collect a lot of pins? We collected a lot of pins.
Yeah, although I don't want to move the camera because I've got my laundry over here. But yeah, tons of pins. Yeah, that you guys collect.
I think I went around to every station trying to get a pin and playing games and stuff.
No, I didn't have any pins there because they forgot to give me some. But what I was giving away was these small Special Chronicles buttons.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so there was tons of people, so I'm surprised that we didn't run into each other.
I know. I definitely would have wanted one of those buttons. So anyway, after that, I was like, I wonder what, I wanted to see what was available out for the younger kids, and I came across that there's the Young Athletes program that's been around for a while, and we just wanted to get Rocco involved with that, and so we started out in the Santa Ana, and that was a really wonderful experience. And then I asked, his name is Jesus, if there's any way that we could get something like this in our area. And we had our first one, what was it, this past fall in Laguna Beach. And now we have our summer session, our second session that we just started actually this past Saturday. And there's about like 15 kids, and it's wonderful.
And then once he's 8, he can be in the traditional program.
Yeah, so the Young Athletes program just kind of gives the kids like the basics to get started, like, how to follow instruction, how to be a team player, how to do, the basic things to get them prepared to one day be in the Special Olympics if they choose to. And we definitely think Rocco's going to want to, because he really loves participating, and
yeah, he does.
He definitely has a good throw.
He does.
Yeah.
And all his friends that he grew up with are all attending it as well.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to keep in touch with everybody.
Yeah,
kind of keep
connected.
The family going.
Yeah. So I compete in swimming and basketball, at least for the past 15 years.
Wow,
but now those even now with the Play Unified, you guys know about Unified Sports. Mm-hmm. So that's where like Alexis could play on the same team as Rocco.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really more about the future of Whale Special Olympics, going people with and without disabilities playing on the same team. And something that Tim Shriver, the chairman of Special Olympics, talks about is that he wants every school to have a unified sports team. And so that's,
we love that
That's
idea.
great.
So that's something that you guys might want to look into. I'm not sure about the ages on like the teams, but I'm sure that's something that you guys can look into. Like I know my mom, when she retires in a year or two, she wants to start a unified bocce team.
Oh, that's
Cool.
great.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So
we'll definitely probably be doing that.
Yes.
yeah. The unified sports. Yeah. So
Yes.
look into I believe most states should have them, so they should have them. But switching back to BornThisWay, what do you guys hope viewers will learn from the show? You talked a little bit about kind of the unknown and not scary, but I think maybe one of the big hopes you guys have for the show is that seeing them as a role model, seeing the cast as a role model for Rocco. But what do you guys hope the viewers will learn, and maybe kind of tying on to that is what are some lessons learned from?
Well, definitely for any families that have younger kiddos and that are going through the process. I think we definitely hope they learn from us, and they get to experience what our life has been like, and going through the process with the school and how difficult it can be, and you just got to keep kind of forging along and don't give up, and keep pushing and advocate for your kid, and we were very fortunate. Our school district has been amazing, and we're so happy to be here. And I think on the bigger picture, I just looking at us as a family, with Rocco, he just puts a joy in our lives and a smile on our face every single day, and I think that's probably the one of the best things that has really come out of this is we get to now show everyone that watches the show just how exciting and how wonderful it is to have someone with Down syndrome in your life.
Yeah. So the picture that we're going to put up with this episode that you guys sent me, I think Amy, you sent me a couple pictures of your family with Rocco. But I think the one I'm going to put with this podcast is one I think Rocco is on your shoulders.
Yes.
Quiz and you guys are at the beach, I think. So yeah, that'll be awesome. So listeners can see that. And do you guys also think for a mainstream community that's something that Megan Baumgart's whole mom Quiz had talked a little bit about as well, is it's even helped the mainstream community, not within our Down syndrome or disability communities, but do you think that it's also
for like the schools as well as for the community itself?
Yeah, the schools as well as.
I think here, I think in our community, I think it's right now Rocco is on a track to be in an inclusive environment. So everything that they're doing currently and everything that's going on now is to get him ready for kindergarten so he can be in an inclusive classroom. And I think that's just how this community kind of thinks. I think that they do believe in that, and time will tell. And we do know a couple other families in town that have gone the mainstream route, but have decided to pull their children out for one reason or the other. But for the most part, though, we feel very confident that we're definitely in the right place, and that's for the school district, for the community itself. This is we're in a great place that's very accepting. And we have great places such as Glenwood House that's here in Laguna Beach that has, I think, 52 apartments where people with adults with special needs can live and kind of live on their own basically, but have all the services and everything that they need. So we're very proud to have a great place like that in town. And then we have the early intervention program that is at the Assistance League here in Laguna Beach. It's all funded through the Assistance League, and it's all funded through their thrift shop. So any donations from locals here in town that they make fund this amazing program for any children that are from 0 to 1 years old.
Yeah, awesome. Speaking of programs like that, so I just opened a Dreamos coffee store, and if you guys heard about Dreamos coffee, but families can become Dreamos as well. Dan Glover, who's stuff in How to Healing, her youngest daughter, Mary Ellen, has Down syndrome, and so where people can, of all abilities, can work in an inclusive environment. And so, like, I just opened my own Dreamos. If you look on Special Chronicles, you can find the link to that.
That's
But
awesome.
did you guys hear about Dreamos? Or because like this is something that like families can do, and so then by the time like Rocco is your age, Alexis, and even older, then he'll already have a job.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's great. No, yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome.
I love
Yeah.
it. First time I've heard of it, so I'm super excited.
And so
to
if
find
you
out
listen
more.
to episode 237, I believe it is, it's titled Dreamos Coffee, and so you can hear the entire story on that podcast, and yeah, it's awesome. So definitely, definitely something else to look into.
Oh, we will. Yeah, thank
So-
you for sharing.
Moving on to some of the scenes that I thought you guys could talk about is one is we saw in season 3 John Tecco perform at Rocco's birthday party, and I think that they started from. So I know I talked with Christina and Elena last year, and that was right before you guys were filming season 3, and so to kind of put a picture on it. So, and you said that Rocco's birthday is on December 20th, so that was right in the time when they were filming.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us about that experience of what it was like to have John Tecco, who I still need to have John and his mom Joyce on the show. But can you tell us about that experience?
Well, that actually really made the birthday party, and we have great admiration for John and his ability to really like rap the way he raps, and just he's a natural, and we were fortunate enough to actually even meet with him before the birthday party, and just right when we were having a little something to eat, and he just put out a couple raps, and he's truly an artist. He's truly an amazing talent, and to take the time and to come down from LA to attend Rocco's party meant a lot for us. It was a big deal.
Yeah, Rocco was really excited to see him, and it was really special to have him at his birthday party.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so another scene that before we get to maybe some of you guys' favorite scenes to film or even to watch as well, but Sean, I believe he helped out at Rocco's school. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
He did.
What was that?
It was really nice. He came in, and Sandra was there too, and he just came and he just helped out, and Rocco got to kind of hang out with him a little bit, and I got a chance to talk with Sandra for a little bit too. She's just been an incredible mentor to me. And Rocco, like Sean is Rocco's, buddy, and so they always have fun together. And it was a really neat experience, just knowing that Sean, went to that school when he was little, and now Rocco's went through it because he actually graduated from that school. And that was it was just fun to see them there.
Awesome. And you talk a bit about meeting the other families, or I want to remind our listeners that our guests today are Chris, Amy, and Alexis, the family of Rocco from the show BornThisWay, airing on the A&E network. But you talk a little bit about meeting the other families, or Alexis, did you get to meet any of the siblings of any of the?
I did. I got to meet them all, and they're so amazing and loving, and just gave me great advice on, what it's like to have a sibling with Down syndrome. And it was just so nice meeting them. I'm so happy I get to know them. So, yeah, they're amazing. Very loving.
Awesome. And speaking of siblings, there's a filmmaker, Brian Donovan. I don't know if you guys have connected with Brian. In his film Cully's Hollywood with his sister.
Oh, yeah, yep, yes.
Alexis actually watched that episode. Watched the Kelly's Hollywood movie. Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, it was definitely.
Very
It's
touching.
one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. It was so beautiful, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we so I had Brian on this show, and then last spring we with a few groups, but I helped to bring Brian out here to Chicago to premiere it in this area.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
great.
awesome.
Yeah,
So-
and if anybody has not seen it, I would definitely recommend. It's
Definitely.
It's very, very special, and you'll laugh, you'll cry. I mean, it's a very beautiful, beautiful story of
Yeah,
Brian's sister.
he's an amazing guy, and
Yes.
what he put together was awesome. So
Yeah. It's definitely and for all ages, because I believe all ages can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Alexis, can you tell us about some of you talked a little bit about meeting the siblings. Actually, I think I'm actually ahead of myself in the notes. But anything else that you wanted to add about maybe any of the lessons that any of the siblings have learned
Oh man.
that have taught you?
Let's see. They taught me to love every minute of the journey, to be patient, and just to, take every day as a learning process, and just enjoy every minute of it. It's such a special journey, and it's so amazing that we get to be a part of it. And I think that was the biggest part of it all, was just to enjoy every minute of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, why do you guys believe that the show BornThisWay is an important TV show in our mainstream community? Because that show, and then there's a show Speechless on ABC. We've actually done a commentary on the show Speechless, but then so there's not that many disability related shows. When we talk about the need for more inclusion, and then when we talk about accurate inclusion, not just casting people like Rocco or myself or other people with special needs for like those types of characters, but casting them for any type of character. So like hopefully then when Rocco is older, he'll be cast not just to play somebody who has Down syndrome, but to play any type of character.
yeah.
Right.
That's something that we don't really see a lot, but that's what we need to encourage the mainstream media to do. So how do you how do you guys feel that that this show BornThisWay is important in our mainstream media, and then how can we kind of go to that to have that more accurate? Because I think there were some news shows either on Netflix or on the broadcast channels that have other people who don't have disabilities playing people, but how can we go to that more that accurate portrayal, and then in kind of how can this show BornThisWay kind of help to have more of that accurate inclusion in the media?
Well, I think number one, it just shows that, the young adults and, even Rocco, that not to put any limits on them, and that they can do anything they put their hearts and mind to. And, just that, we're more alike than different.
Mm-hmm.
They're more alike than different, right? I mean,
So
and just
true.
to, pretty much, no limits on them.
It's been really interesting to have a lot of our friends and family and people that, of course, they knew us and they knew Rocco, and they were supportive in their own way, to actually see what life is like, not only for us on TV, to actually witness our lives on TV a little bit, but also the other families. And I think it's been eye-opening for a lot of people, and I think that's been I think that the show has probably, now changed a lot of opinions on Down syndrome, and I think it's been very positive for our community and our future, and kind of where we go from here is, hopefully we get another season on Born This Way, but hopefully there are more opportunities for, all people with disabilities to be in the mainstream media, on TV shows, and it's definitely been interesting to watch the change in people's perspectives a little bit. And I actually have friends now. They talk to me about the show, and it was so great, and Elena did that, and it's so nice to hear and to have people now actually like referring to these cast members as, oh, I love her and I love what she did and I love what she said, and
and that's incredible. They have their own business, they're following their dreams. It just kind of just shows that they can do, whatever they put their minds to.
It's really inspiring. It's
very inspiring.
Yeah, very inspiring. And I'm sure that as Rocco grows up, like what you talked about at the beginning of the program about the role models, but then he'll be able to kind of see maybe he can start his own business,
right.
Either if it's a Dreamos coffee store with Dreamos or anything as well. And so you mentioned about the no limits and kind of really connecting with the families on that. One of the things, like one of the phrases I think in one of the early seasons we saw Megan Baumgart's with her speech called "Don't Limit Me," and that's one of her big quotes. I guess you could say, it's a quote. Can you talk a little bit about that? When you guys did you guys see? Because I think that video was online even before the show Born This Way.
Actually, we went to our first National Down Syndrome Convention was in Arizona, and this was the first year of Rocco's life, and we were a little hesitant on going, but we just decided, let's just go and see what it's all about, and it really was incredible. That was actually during that convention. Megan was actually speaking. She was talking about that. Mm-hmm. And we happened to just come in right before she was about to get on stage, and I don't know, there was how many hundreds of people were already sitting, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just stay we're standing in the back holding Rocco, and Megan walked on stage, and she just started speaking, and it was such an incredible, powerful speech. We were so beyond just
we were in awe.
We were in awe, and we were just we were standing in the back just crying, just going, oh my goodness, like Megan. And this was before we got a chance to meet her, and we got to see her up there, and she inspired us. She gave us hope, and we just felt like, you know what, our little Rocco can do whatever he wants to do. And you see Megan up there and what she's accomplished, and just hearing that speech, it literally changed our lives, and just was incredible. We're so proud of Megan.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm hoping Labor Day weekend that they will be in town in Colorado. So hopefully I
hope so too.
Meet up with them.
They're both so wonderful.
yeah, both of them are. And whole mugology business. I'm sure that's also a big inspiration as well.
It is, and we have plenty of Megology shirts and socks and onesies. Yeah. we love supporting her and her business and how far she's come. It's like I said, it's an inspiration. She's just incredible.
And Alexis, have you any of your friends? I believe you just graduated from high school.
Yes.
And so, any of your friends in when you were in high school, did you promote to them about Megan's mugology business? Or
oh, absolutely, yes.
Any did they have any reactions to any of that?
Well, I basically shared with them everything, like the show, the business, who we met, Rocco's life, and they're all on board with everything, and they watch it and they support everything, and all my friends are just as excited as I am about everything, and I think that's great that they're on board with everything that we are on board with. So
yeah, And I think that fits into what you're talking about, Chris, about him being included in the regular classrooms.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
So-
you know, we're very fortunate too. Alexis has a great boyfriend, and his name's Anthony, and he's a huge part of her life, our lives, Rocco's life. So he's been a big support to her and to us and Rocco as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So some of the scenes that you guys filmed, or you can even touch on some of the scenes maybe from seasons 1 or 2 that you guys were not on, but that you guys watched. But or maybe just talk about some of the scenes that you guys, maybe some of your favorite scenes on BornThisWay. And once again, our guests today on the Special Chronicles show are Chris, Amy, and Alexis from son and brother Rocco is on the show BornThisWay on the A&E network. So maybe some of your favorite scenes that you guys filmed, and one of the things, I don't know, Chris, if you want to talk about that famous
The
scene
man
with
shower.
Yes. With the man shower that you and Rocco you and Rocco participated in.
Well, let me tell you this. So it's my first man shower I've ever been to. It was exciting. It was fun. It was just like the guys just hanging out, having a good time, not drinking beers and watching the game, but doing man shower type of activities and just enjoying each other's company. And it was actually a really interesting bonding experience for me. It was my first time, with the group of fathers all in one setting, and not having Amy there and just having Rocco. And it was actually really awesome. It was great to see the interaction between the fathers and their sons, and just to be part of that group was it was really cool. It was awesome. Good. And I got to be on John's. His dad was one of my teammates, and Mr. Tucker was putting I think he was washing the baby, and I was taking the baby and putting the diaper on, and we made a good team. So
that's a pretty.
I'm gonna say we won, but I don't think they showed that on the show. But
they probably edited that out. But yeah, but now for the record, if everybody is tuning in to our show right now, then they know that. Yeah. And do they have any of those scenes from the man show on either on? I think they've been posting clips on the Facebook page or anything. Do you know if they?
Yeah, I didn't see any from the man show, but that's actually a really great idea that they should. Yeah. They should actually put some of those on. I'm gonna make that recommendation, Daniel.
To the producer. Yeah. So if our listeners, can. Yeah, but definitely listeners can go back. Do you remember which episode that was? I'm blanking on which episode.
That was, I think, episode 6, 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Okay, 5 or 6. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of all the episodes, but 5 or 6. So yeah, it's definitely awesome. And any other? Was that one of your favorite scenes, Chris?
That was definitely one of my favorite scenes. I actually really enjoyed watching Elena as the barista when she just did that. Her service, I'm sure her skill was just awesome. It seemed like she was doing a great job, and her review was really well. But I'm in the customer service business, and she just nailed it. Without a doubt, 100%. She was funny. She was having fun with the customers. She was, just doing what you're supposed to be doing. She's someone that you would want to go buy your coffee from every day. And I think that's a key for everybody. Anyone with Down syndrome, not with Down syndrome, is just take that as a lesson on how she treated people that day.
Yeah. And that ties in with, speaking of coffee, it ties in with you guys. I don't know if you're familiar with Biddy and Bo's Coffee in Wilmington, North Carolina.
No.
They're Ben and Amy were on the show in the past. Their two oldest that don't have Down syndrome. I think the oldest is actually starting college, so she's probably about the same age that you are, Alexis. And then the two youngest, Biddy and Bo, don't have Down syndrome. But Ben and Amy have been on the show a few years ago. But they, they did some music videos with Special Olympics and Best Buddies, but then they just opened this coffee shop where they're hiring. I think they have like maybe 40 employees with disabilities that are working on there, and I think they just opened. That's in Wilmington, North Carolina, and then they just opened a franchise in somewhere in South Carolina.
Cool.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so I haven't visited that coffee shop yet, but hopefully one of these days.
I want to go visit it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. So if anyone's listening that wants to help all of us get out there, then you can get in touch.
Yeah.
So, Amy or Alexis, do you guys want to tell us about any of your favorite scenes that either that you guys filmed or that you guys saw?
I really enjoyed the beach scene that we were on in the last episode. That was fun. And then I think just watching the journey of like the new cast members. Like I love Rachel following her dreams, wanting to become an actress. I love, John rapping and his dad coming to see him for the first time in the studio. That was really touching. I mean, there's just been so many that has just been, and then Christina moving into her apartment. That's been awesome, and
we love her and Angel. We love
them.
And Christina. So she actually told us about that. That was one of the things that Christina, and her dad, that they told us that she wanted to learn those independent living skills, and she told us that before they started filming.
Wow. Cool.
That's awesome.
Well, and I loved Megan and Steven's the date basket. That scene, that was fun.
Yeah, that was my favorite too.
And Alexis, did you have any favorite scenes?
Probably the date basket. I mean, I love them all, but that's a great one.
Alexis has kind of a little like connection with Megan. She's kind of like a mentor to Alexis. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So you guys, before you guys joined the cast, and before Rocco joined the cast, they won an Emmy last year, I believe. It was last year. And so, did you guys? Can you share a little bit about what you guys thought of BornThisWay winning an Emmy? Because hopefully they can win in a second one. I don't know if they hold yet.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
It was, it was amazing. We're so proud of the producer. We're so proud of the production company, and mostly we're proud of all of the cast members that were on there. Mm-hmm. And we're very proud to be part of that show. And that was obviously pre us coming on there. But again, it's one more reason why people's perspective is changing, and they're now starting to look through a different set of glasses and going, wait a minute, so somebody that has Down syndrome, they can do anything. They can be an actor, they can have a business, they can do whatever they want, and they can win an Emmy. And I think it's just one more feather in the hat for this community, and I think it was just awesome. I'm so proud of them all.
Awesome. So, Amy or Alexis, do you guys want to comment on anything about on BornThisWay winning an Emmy?
I just felt like it was breaking all the barriers that here you have a show with young adults with Down syndrome that is just pretty much showing the world that, hey, we can do anything. We put our minds and hearts to, and I just thought it was great, and just all the awareness that it's building out there, and like Christopher said, changing the mindsets of what people actually think or know about Down syndrome. And also, for people, they want an Emmy, maybe I should go check out the show, and that also just kind of helps like educating people out there about Down syndrome. And it's I just thought it was just incredible and very exciting.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Awesome. So now switching gears to when you guys were filming, something that a lot of the other cast members have have told us on Special Chronicles about what their experience of what it was like having the cameras, because I believe they had either one or two camera crews, either at their house or wherever you guys were filming. I don't think that they filmed anything, except for that birthday party scene. But can you tell us about what that experience was like, or about having those cameras and microphones? Because I believe that they probably had to clip some of those lavalier mics on you guys, and then they had lights. And what was that experience like?
At first, a little overwhelming, and Rocco definitely was wondering, like, what are you doing here? Why is there a big camera in my face? But within maybe 20-30 minutes, Rocco was fist bumping all the camera guys, and just he was enjoying it. He actually really enjoyed it.
He's a very social little man, so he actually loved them around, and we actually became friends with the crew members.
Oh yeah, we miss them.
We miss them. Yeah,
all so awesome.
Yeah, but no, actually, the first time they actually filmed in our home, it was just Rocco and I, and it was a little nerve-wracking at first, and there were certain things I was doing. I was bumping into the walls. I was doing a few
her nerves, because of the nerves, she was
I was doing a few things, just trying to get used to it, but after the first time, it just it's like they're not there, and you're just kind of going on with your life, and it's a fun experience.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's something that even Steven talked about it being a docu-series, how it's not witty like a reality show, but it's showing your lives and all of your lives. And so did you guys have before we went on the air for this podcast here on Special Chronicles, we put I put a bed sheet on my window, and kind of had to open the window, so there's some hanging from my window. There's a bed sheet going out of the window. Did you guys have to do anything like that when you guys were filming?
They came in, did that. They had little filters for all the lights, and mostly lighting. I think it was a couple covering some
some logos and stuff.
Labels, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. To cover the logos.
I know. A few months later, I would find black tape on something. I was like, oh, I forgot to take that off. That was from filming.
Speaking of, I was in this video shoot a few months ago, and they had to cover up the Apple logo on here, and then my audio, they had I just about a month or so ago, I saw some black tape on my audio recorder, and I was wondering what
is that?
So if you guys were a producer of this show, what do you guys hope the viewers will see in either the last 2 episodes of season 3 here that will be airing on, I believe, tomorrow, July 11th, and then July 18th? Or even looking if hopefully you guys get picked up for season 4. If you guys will produce of the show BornThisWay, what do you hope that the viewers will see?
Well, I definitely hope that we continue to grab an audience that maybe is not in the Down syndrome community, and we continue to build that audience just to see how life really is for somebody with Down syndrome, and really to go, it's the same. It's the same as everyone else. Of course, there's other things to consider, and but at the end of the day, it's really wonderful, and and I think for the awareness factor, it's a really big deal for us, and I would hope that any new parents that are expecting a child with Down syndrome or just had one, that they're able to watch the show and really have some hope that things are going to be great, that the future is looking bright. So that's our hope, and I'm going to say I speak for everyone. And
definitely capturing more of an audience that just exactly like you said, just to kind of help raise awareness for Down syndrome, and I think anybody with a disability, just that, not to put any limits on them.
Yeah, and one of the other cast members had even said that it's not just a show for Down syndrome community, but for any disability,
Right.
and I guess anybody
Yeah,
as well.
anybody, not to put limits on anybody. Exactly, 100%.
Awesome. So so that's what you guys would do differently. Do you guys know where?
I don't know if we do anything differently. Different. I mean, I think that what the producers have done with the show has just been incredible. From season 1 to season 2 to like this season, like following their dreams, and I don't know. I think
it's just brilliantly put together.
Yes.
And Laura, the producer, is just an amazing mind, and just an amazing. She works from her heart, and
Right.
so does the whole crew. So.
Awesome.
The only thing I might do differently is maybe lose a few pounds, because seeing yourself on TV and
okay, and I'm gonna cry less. I won't cry.
Okay.
I feel
Sure.
like every scene I'm like a big cry
sure
baby.
you are.
and with this light tone here, Chris, you said that you wanted the people to see you and John Tucker's dad win in that man show.
That's right. Yeah, we won. So, we did it.
So since they deleted that scene, maybe they'll have to put up a deleted scene like on the Facebook page.
I'm gonna work on that, Daniel.
Yeah, you'll work on that, and then and then if they can do that, we'll share that with our Special Chronicles audience. So do you guys know, is seasons 1 and 2 on DVD, or I believe season 1?
I'm not sure if they're on DVD, but you can definitely still go on to the aetv.com and Born This Way, and then you can get the first, second, and then all of the episodes that have played in season 3.
Yeah, you can even like create an account and just pause it and pick up where you left off.
So on my Android tablet here, that's what I do on the app. And so and I think Christina's dad Mariano also said that there was a classroom edition for season 1 on DVD.
That's great.
So that's helpful for schools as well. So if you guys, as we come to a close here, our guests today are Chris, Amy, and Alexis. Their son and brother, Rocco, is on the show Born This Way, and they're talking about his weird life, as you see on Chris and Alexis's t-shirts. So if you guys could pitch an idea to the producers for maybe not season 3, because they already filmed everything, right? But for season 4, to film a scene of either you guys and the other cast appearing on this program on Special Chronicles, would you guys pitch an idea like this to your producers for Born This Way?
Oh,
100%.
Yeah, 100% we would.
Daniel, you honestly, this has been an amazing interview. You're well-spoken, you're very clear, your preparation was great. Sorry about our technical difficulties, so you had to deal with that. But you handled it all really, really, really well, and your questions are excellent.
Yeah,
you've
actually been fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and you're a great host.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah. So I try to make it easy, and hopefully with even the Google Doc that I sent you guys before, I've been doing that for a lot of the guests, and it's easy to stay prepared that way.
Yes, it definitely helped.
Yeah. So it would be awesome if we could do some type of panel discussion with you guys all on Special Chronicles, and then the show. Like I think something we saw also in season 3 was that you guys, well, not you guys, but I think Steve it was Megan, Christina, Elena, maybe, I don't know, I forget who else, were at the Respectability organization.
Oh, yes.
Which I'm just getting in touch. I'm actually headed out to the East Coast in a couple of weeks. I'm going to try to go to their office in Maryland. But one of my friends, who's now on our board of directors, Darian, her daughter Joelle, has Williams syndrome.
Okay.
And she was actually telling me about Respectability when we were sitting at the kitchen table last year, went out to their house. And so, and I think that they filmed some of the Born This Way there. So maybe they can do a similar thing. Maybe not necessarily in this studio here. I bet and got laundry hill, but you know.
Well, actually, you know what? The producers actually did reach out to everybody and just said, you know, are there any like ideas or something you'd like to see in season 4? So we'll definitely make sure we put that in
Like
there.
what's coming up, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's happening in our lives.
So does that mean that you guys are going to get picked for season 4, or do you guys not know yet?
We have no idea.
Yeah, but we're very hopeful.
Hopeful.
You know,
Hopeful.
You know, it's an incredible
Fingers
show.
crossed.
I think people. I think people want to see more. So there's a lot more to show.
Because it's not just characters like on a TV show, but it's your life. So I think people all, and I know like when I'm watching the show as well, I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. They're invested with all of your lives.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that's a good way to put it.
It's definitely not like the typical reality show. It's definitely unscripted, and it just shows our lives, and it's great. It's, you know,
Awesome.
Laugh, you cry, you're happy.
Yeah, it's especially with Christina and Angel getting married.
Oh my gosh, I want to see
Oh, we
that.
can't wait.
I know.
Yeah.
So exciting that they announced that.
Yeah. So, any social media plugs for the show Born This Way, or even for you guys? We mentioned Rocco's Weird Life.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just go to like Instagram, aetv.com, or AATV, or let's see, you know,
that's for the A&E network.
That's for the A&E network,
A&E
and they also have a Facebook page too, where it's A&E and Born This Way, and Twitter. And
definitely follow us on Rocco's Rad Life.
On Rocco's Rad Life.
On Instagram.
Yeah, on our Insta, on our at Special C Podcast Instagram story, I tagged you guys Rocco's Weird Life, and I'll take another video with my phone. Yeah, and this is on camera. Oh wait, that's a video. I don't know what I'm doing. I think do you even know how to look? Okay, here we go. I'll take a picture. There we go. Okay,
right.
So put that on our Instagram, and I'll so we can. You never know that happens when you do it live. You do it live.
Hey, it's great.
So, it's great. So I'm gonna put that up there, and then So any other resources that you guys want to mention? Either social media resources or any other resources kind of either related to Down syndrome or the show that you guys have found?
Well, I think definitely like the National Down Syndrome Association of Orange County. Definitely a great resource. Special Olympics.
The DSAOC and and the SoCal Special Olympics, and those have been like two great really resources for us, and the NDSC, the National Down Syndrome.
Yeah, and I think it's really, I think a lot of our support has come from other parents, and you know, of course the families on the show, but other parents that we kind of grew up with, and not us, with Rocco grew up with their children, and I think that's been a huge help to us, and really strong bonds, and I definitely think that's something that everybody should do, and you have to form those bonds, and a lot of that came from Rocco's school for his first 3 years, which was ICEC, and all of them that really kind of brought us together and helped us through.
ICEC is just an incredible school. So I would definitely say ICEC too.
What was I gonna
ICEC.
ICEC kids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so any before we let you go back to, well, you guys are 2 hours behind me, so it's in the evening for me. You guys still have your evening. But any final thoughts on your overall time here today on Special Chronicles that you want to share with our listeners?
I think you're awesome.
Yes.
And I've learned a lot about podcasting today, and I'm gonna call you a resource. So when I do finally start my podcast officially, I'm gonna need some guidance from you. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'll be able to help out any way that I can.
Yeah, you're really an exceptional host, and I like your format, and I like the way you put topic together and the questions, and you do a great job. We appreciate it. We appreciate
Thank you for
the opportunity to be on.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like to keep it like a conversation and keep it fun and informal, and even the pre-show with trying not to fall off of a bed.
I have video of you hanging that bed sheet as well. So yeah, I'll send you that.
Okay. So our listeners can look forward to seeing some behind the scenes stuff. Awesome. And hopefully we can meet up in person someday.
Are you going to the National Down Syndrome Convention in Sacramento?
I'm actually going to be. That's next weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm actually going to be in Bloomington, Indiana, at the Best Buddies International Conference.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, I'm going to the East Coast to visit some family. So
Nice.
But we will definitely meet up in the future.
Yeah. Hopefully in the future.
You gotta come out to California. We'd love to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hang out with
One of my former teachers from college, and she used to be on our board of directors. She actually lives in San Francisco.
Okay.
So it's probably a little bit more north of.
Well, Amy's sister's north of Chicago. So.
Yeah, that's right. So, and we actually might be going up there possibly around Thanksgiving time. So maybe we could also
meet up then.
Yeah.
Meet up then. Yeah.
We'll meet for a coffee.
Yeah. Coffee. Yeah. Dreamworks coffee. Yeah. Well, I'll make some Dreamworks coffee, and we'll
perfect.
And we'll do a live show then instead of.
That would be so fun.
We would love it. We would love it.
Everybody, we'll cram into this attic studio, and it'll be fun.
Great.
So if our listeners or viewers want to comment on anything that you guys hold Chris, Amy, and Alexis talk about on Wacko's Weird Life, you can email us feedback@specialchronicles.com. That's feedback@specialchronicles.com. Or join the conversation on social media at Special Chronicles on Facebook. I think we have a little bit over 930 something likes. We're trying to get to that 1,000 thing on Special Chronicles Facebook page. But you can also add Special C Podcasts on Instagram or Twitter. And make sure to leave us your 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or Google Play, wherever you listen to us. Thank you again, Amy. Our guest today on the Special Chronicles show has been Amy, Chris, and Alexis from their son and brother Rocco is on the show BornThisWay on the A&E Network. Thank you again, Amy, Chris, and Alexis, for taking the time to come on the Special Chronicles show.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
so much
it.
for having us.
Really.
We enjoyed it.
Yes.
And until next time, take care and God bless.
Thank you.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
And I'm gonna stop the audio. Yeah. And you can stop the video anytime.